It looks really simple, but definitely put this in your mind. Go back to the talk about
my setup. You guys know that? Do you guys know Neville Page?
Yes.
Yeah.
He used to be a good setup. You guys have never come to know. That's why he's an actor, right? That's like a role and stuff like that. So, he's a good actor.
Tell us some war stories.
War stories.
What's the war story?
Stories working with directors or
Michael Bay. he has a catalog Escalade that only his dog can ride on. He's got a car for his dog. He's got two big, massive mastiffs, and they're racist too. They only market postal workers and Indians or serious. So yeah. So if I work on fake films, they would just attack me, like I'm marking it. And it was a rainy day, and that was when I used to smoke. I don't smoke anymore. I was outside smoking, and I couldn't go in because the dog was just watching me. And I knew it was gonna attack me, but he's got a Escalade that stops right on, and his editor drives him around. He used to be his secretary or something. Like he took such a good care of his dogs. He's now the editor. The receptionist is the producer now. And you're not allowed to clean up work on big films because there's not the groups, a lot of buildings taking pictures. So, usually when you do concept art, you hang on the wall. You're not allowed to do that on big films.
What Navy bus is on the next one? What Navy bus is on the next one? I don't know about that.
It's really close to the concept art. Really respects the pros. Yeah, so in our sense, actually all that. It's really bad with dog words. Seeing them like on the screen and in front of everyone.
He's never been that.
Yeah. Joe's using sheet tool, by the way. Tell him to.
In my class, guys.
I'm sorry.
Are there any openings for the next one? On the environment?
Yeah, environment.
I actually get calls there. It depends on person. I know that, people like a lot of their concept artists and films, they don't only do films. Like I know that, when I was sharing office with Ryan Transformers, he would take 2 weeks off to go to Japan and give a talk to Toyota about he was, working with them and he just go to Brazil and talk about design of F1 car racing or F1 car racing. So, they don't just do concept art, always. I think it's like you want to develop have names. You don't have to have like be known on the internet. There's a lot of people that you wouldn't know. If you heard their name, but they're really big on the industry and all the directors and the producers. There's this guy Matt Kahn. No one knows him, but he's the highest paid concept artist. And nobody really knows him, but anyone in the industry. That's why I say it's good, it's got to be more important than who knows you. I think it's also good to know on the internet or something. Right? It's more important to know when people who are doing easy jobs. I work from home, so my hours are 1 to 6. It depends. It used to be 8 to 7. You work your way up, and then as long as you do your work, they respect it. It's just concept design is a job where you get people give you a lot of credit, but you work your way up. I used to sleep when I was in video games. I used to take my sleeping bag. I used to sleep on the desk because I wanted to improve. My art director, Farza, you might know him. My art director, after work, at 7, he would sit me down for like 2-3 hours and just draw. And I'm saying that I used to draw about 18 hours a day. And then I stopped doing that. But when I was just starting out and trying to improve my skills, I still draw a lot. I still draw about 10 hours a day. But before, that's all I did. Draw, sleep, eat, cook, draw. And it's all about marketing. I mean, just think about it. All these professionals working or drawing more than you guys, most of them. So in order to catch up, you do a lot. But the thing is, like, I don't work as hard. I mean, drawing and work, but what I do for fun is fun. So you take fun.
Yeah, I think for me too, that when I worked at full-time at Sony, I pretty much do 3 hours of work. I don't tell them. Because
We'll edit that out.
our work starts at 10:30, 11, so I go to work and I come on 5 and I help with my co-workers and browse the internet, just check out my email. It becomes 12:30 and I go to lunch. 12:30 to 2, I come back to the studio, it's like 2:30. Okay, I get tired, so I drink a little coffee. I think my peak hour is starts from 3 to 6:30.
I think artists don't concentrate.
Yeah. So I think like 3 to 4 hours are pretty much the max. And I usually get all the phone calls from Red Engine. Because we have a producer that she's there for like 2 to 6. So I get calls every time, and then my coworker, hello.
There's all these like different advantages of the industry. I mean, I can tell you guys because I've been on all the industries. Like video games, what's good about it was you take a lot of holiday breaks. It's like make it birthday, take 2 days off. Christmas vacation, take 2 weeks off. But then you got like this crazy crunch times on the weekends. You got to come in no matter what to just support the team. This kind of stuff. But there's really good, holiday, vacation. And animation, people are young. I mean, people are old. So they're really slow. So people come in around 12. people to come in and get something. Just it's kind of like really funny because like they come in around 12 and sit down and stuff. That's like the culture of animation. I love it. I love it. And people who work on animation knows about it. So it's very relaxing, but there's not a lot of motivation at the same time. But it's fun because you get to you don't get too stressed out. Movies, it's kind of like it depends on the person. Like my minor, I think you guys know him. He never goes home. I would see him like around 7 o'clock. I'm going home. I was in Marble. I'm like, are you ready to go home? It's like, I'm just starting, man. It's like 7 p.m. He's starting, but he works a lot. But some people will be like, it's 4 time to go home, and the culture in film is they drink a lot during lunchtime. Half the people are drunk when they're.
So there's never like a set schedule of when you come in and go home?
It depends on the production designer. So every show depends on. Like, I was asked to work on this movie called Robot. No, it's the Steven Spielberg movie right now. Something like that. But I declined it because I know that production designer has this artist come in at 8 and leave at 6. And it's like, hey, you know about the robot? And I can't deal with stuff, so I can't work. So I would decline a Spielberg movie because sometimes the production designer doesn't decline. And some production designers, they'll let you do whatever you want as long as you have the work done. So, you didn't have to show up. They have a lot of phenomenons. So some production designers.
Where's my, I've been first class, to New Zealand, why are they giving me business class?
That's fun. A lot of drama.
You're saying that there was less stress in animation, so obviously kinds of they're just film in general.
I think there's not that. It depends, but like you get overwhelmed. On Tron Legacy, I was with such a great artist that I looked up to, and on Battleship, I had like George Hall, and Daniel Simon, Joe Belker, Carlos Fuentes, and all these guys working next to me, and I'm really overwhelmed because I used to have their books, man, and I'm working with these guys. On Tron Legacy, I had and Steve Dad, David Vile, Betty, Van Tucker, all these guys working right next to me, and that's the stress. What sometimes happens is there's art competition. Which means okay, no one can get this design, everyone work on it. So you had this top-notch, those concept artists working on the same design, and at the end of the week you have to post it up, your work next to James Klein and Neville Page and all these guys. My turn. And it feels great when you're designing it.
Is that ship that you just did one of the downtown power ship, the in New York.
Which one? The shape
The
show?
previous one, the shape.
The
it
shape
looked
show?
like- Yeah,
This one?
it looked like one of the down towers in New York.
Oh, no, this
For
one.
a second. Was one of the shape, one of the buildings was down.
Just a take my class. I think I got the silhouette from one of the downtown buildings.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You gotta talk that.
Alright, so while Steve is on it, more questions. We'll take any more questions. So any questions about what I just did or anything? Yeah, when I do a lot of environment painting, I tell my students to kind of draw first and everything. I know a lot of the days that people uses a lot of photos on a picture, which is, I don't mind it because when you have a client that, okay, I want to come up with cool painting within the next day, then yeah, you could definitely use it for your job purpose. But I do definitely recommend students kind of slow down and try to build your work through every kind of painting strokes. So drawing everything in traditionally or even Photoshop are pretty much really important. Yeah. I'm gonna destroy the whole painting.
I'm doing a film master grade. I do a lot of direction videos. I'm when seeing a film or something, and we constantly, like I said, big, medium, small. I emphasize foreground, background, background. Your eyes needs to, the interaction between characters as they go back and forth. Keep your eyes inside your book all the time. You don't want the viewer's eyes going off the page. You just gotta be inside of it. You don't have to keep strong confidence.
No, what about that?
So you're asked to do this a lot, like just to continue from somebody else painting?
No, we're just
Yeah, keep painting. Like what I do, this is pretty much like high vision key. Like I said, when you get a job, it's very rare you do this kind of stuff. Maybe very beginning of the project, but like I said, most 60 to 70% is paint over on 3D. Very production work. It's not like you can make up your own compositions here and there. So a lot of students are really good at this already. So when it comes to 3D paint overs and very production, I could kind of see that they're having a little bit hard time doing it. So and also don't be too dependent on photos. If you want to be a matte painter, that's fine. I mean, matte painting is all about 80% just photo kind of compositing. But if you want to become concept artist, you pretty much just kind of just draw a lot of stuff out, and
So when doing a 3D paint overs, what is the main emphasis? Is it just like kind of populate the area?
yes,
or?
because for example, if you you get 3D models from 3D modelers, and there's a gameplay that has to be we have to follow. There's a lot of restrictions that we have to follow for the game to be played. So the main purpose is that we can't just say that windows are pretty big. Let's say we can't have a window that big, and very specific. But there's a lot of restriction, you have to make it really cool. You know, you can't complain. So whatever the screenshot you get, you have to make it look awesome. So that's pretty much hard for an concept artist. Yeah. Any questions? More? What is this? I don't even know my name. Yeah, just be very, just post a lot of stuff on online, make a own blog, and just be, you know, just do a lot of exposure, because exposure is the key way to get into the industry. And, you know, just think about, okay, everyone's looking at my blog today, so I'm gonna, you know, there's painting that I'm gonna put on my blog is gonna be better than what I did before. So, you know, keeping that in mind, then your image gets better and better and better. So it's a good habit for you to do. So don't, I know a lot of teachers say, okay, do it fast is money. You know, you gotta pump out like 34 paintings. Well, that might be work for professionals, not necessarily the students. If you guys are students, take your time and try to knowledge every single thing and research a lot of stuff and try to be very tight as much as possible for your team. Do we have till 5:30?
Yeah. Go over a little bit.
Okay.
When you're drawing 18 hours a day, let's look at how was that divided? Was it a lot of it study, or was it you focusing a lot practicing your design
I would just draw everything. I used to have a sketchbook, and the first thing I did was draw people's head and just draw people, because I wanted to be a character designer. So I would just sit down and draw anything that has face on it, and in the body, naked body, whatever. I had sketchbook after sketchbook, so just making it more face. And then I started teaching myself visual design, because I actually taught myself how to do visual design. So I would just draw hard all the time. I mean, I had someone teach me the basic understanding of it, and then I would just draw hard for myself all the time. And then you would put that skill into your real painting. Just practicing.
Why don't you give us a little story about your picture, another concept art you're trying to carry your idea, your story?
The image that we're painting right now?
Yeah.
Very good question. I wanted to draw something, some kind of environment.
Oh, beautiful.
Here's the magic right here. When you guys do, this is for high vision stuff. So what tends to happen is you get a lot of freedom. So when you do this, when I do kind of high vision stuff, I try not to think too much, because if I think about too much, so let's say functionality, where you're drawing this kind of vehicle or whatever. Okay, there's this kind of a intake, and there's a four-wheel, and there's a four-wheel, and there's going to be this kind of thing that supports it. And if I think about too much when I start beginning, my painting gets really stiff. So once I have a good composition, I can pretty much hit everything that I can pretty much hit. So right now, this is a composition where it's pretty much this destroy. But I could pretty much, with this using the same composition, I could make it, I don't know, it's a city of downtown that has been destroyed. Or it could be kind of futuristic, sci-fi. Yeah. It's a destroyed 2020 and 2030. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not I still use CS2. I know there's what, CS5 now. So I hate learning new programs. I'm really lazy, so I'm still using CS2, kind of very old traditional stuff. But I know there's some really good tools for CS5, and I know some of the guys are working on it. And I hate losing techniques. I know there's some people who know, but I just couldn't get the hang of it. So I actually use my input reaction.
What's annoying about the
Yeah. The gap, and also I have to, I don't know, maybe I'm just so used to kind of going with the wacom that my keyboard has to be here. It's kind of hard to kind of be here and get my keyboard. Yeah, I mean, right now, these days, it's good that Santosh and Hong kind of made this kind of event, and we're trying to make a lot of events as much as possible, because when we're going to school, and it seems like we're like really old, but we're not, but like 8 years ago, 9 years ago, there was not a concept artist. Nowadays, there's DVD tutorials, and there's like all this kind of demo that a lot of instructors does, but yeah, like when we're graduating, I think Ryan Church and Feng Zhu are the only two entertainment teachers that just came to our center to kind of make a lecture. So I did not have a luxury to do a study of entertainment until my second term.
Oh, very good.
John, can you tell us a little bit about in terms of the demand for concept artists?
Demand.
Yeah, in video games, and then maybe Steve can tell us about the demand in the film.
For video games, I think there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, at Sony right now, the largest concept artist we have was 6, but now we have 11. I think Luke over there just starting on Monday. In terms of video games, not necessarily everywhere, but most of them, especially like Naughty Dog and Sony, are really, really great. So, yeah. And in terms of salary-wise too, I mean, you guys, I know there's a lot of students here are really interested about salary, and and when I was going to school, I wish maybe somebody would have told me that. I know a lot of students get screwed over by, you pretty much get all the emails from some guy, hey, I want you to do some film pitch. So can you do it for free? Don't ever do work for free. Never, ever. You should always get paid. If it's a free job, maybe it's a friend, then maybe, but if it's a job related, don't do anything for free. And I think for video games industry nowadays, I think the starting paying is what I could tell you this, when I was getting my first job 8 years ago, I got 70 grand. So back then, 70,000 here, now it's about what, 85,000. So that was my salary. So try to, for first salary, if you're getting out of school, ask for, I think 60, 65. I think that'll definitely do it. And then once you start moving through the company, your salary will just keep moving up and double. Yeah.
What about the day freelancing by day?
Freelancing, it depends. I charge a little bit more by freelancing stuff because it doesn't cover benefits and all the stuff. So I think, yeah, you could pretty much charge. Everyone's different,
Yeah.
you know. But general, I think 65, 70 bucks an hour. We charge that. Like, I used to charge like 130 bucks an hour and I don't get a job. So my rate just keep moving down and it goes to 90 now. So yes, 130, yes.
Like when Steve talked about he gets called on the weekend, I mean, I guess it wasn't so in the beginning. I guess as time goes on, more and more.
Because he gets called every day. Yeah, because he charged 30 bucks an hour.
No, I mean, like everyone says in the industry, you're always moving from one project to another, one studio to another, but I guess as time goes on, you get more contacts, so
Yes.
the time in between, we're not doing anything but smaller and smaller, so we're always working.
Yeah, yeah. So I think Steve here made a really good relationship with people. So I mean, just even Luke over there, who was our student, and Cecil was our teacher as well, and we like to hire people that we kind of be trusted on, and that's why it's really important to people who you know and definitely make really good relationships with a lot of people. You never know what you're ending up with. So just it's a really small industry. I'm sure people in here will get to work in the